The early 2000s found the Netherlands really worried. The shockwaves from 9/11s reached even the peaceful Low Countries. Suddenly, words like jihad and radicalization were heard every day. This made people scared and pushed politicians to do something. The Dutch intelligence service, called AIVD, felt a lot of pressure to act, not just watch. They started focusing on a quiet street in The Hague, anti-terrorism. Behind one normal-looking house, they thought a group of terrorists was planning an attack. So they decided to do a big police raid. This would stop the danger and make the country feel safe again. Heavily armed teams got ready to strike. They wanted to show that the Netherlands would not allow terror. In the early morning hours of November 2003, police gathered on Anti-Unistraat, ready for a big operation. What happened next became famous for all the wrong reasons. The raid started with a lot of force. They had bulletproof shields, automatic guns, and they tried to surprise everyone. But when the police broke down the door, they were met with gunshots, not people giving up. The operation immediately turned into a gunfight. Officers were stuck, and a quiet street became like a war zone. The standoff went on for hours. It was shown live on TV, and the whole country watched in shock. Police blocked off the area, moved neighbors out, and tried to talk to the people inside, but the suspects wouldn't give up. Explosions and gunshots echoed through The Hague as the authorities tried hard to get things under control. Finally, police used tear gas and armored vehicles to end it. 2 suspects, Jermaine W. and Jason W., were arrested. Several officers got hurt. The apartment was destroyed and the street was a mess. The immediate danger was over, but the problems were just beginning. The country wanted answers. The operation failed because the information they had was wrong. The AIVD thought they were facing a big terrorist group, but they only found 2 men who were alone, scared, and had weapons. The police expected some resistance, but not a gunfight like in a war. Their plan to quickly take control fell apart when the suspects fought back very hard. The way they handled the raid, using so much force in a neighborhood, put regular people in danger and showed they were bad at managing a crisis. Communication broke down, and it seemed like the authorities were just reacting instead of leading. Other ways to handle it, like watching them quietly for a long time or arresting the suspects when they were outside, were never really considered. Politicians pushing for a quick solution led to bad decisions about how to act and a terrible outcome. The Anti-Unistraat raid was a failure of both getting good information and having a good plan. The aftermath was clear. Homes were damaged, people living there were very upset, and trust in the authorities was shaken. The Hague, a city known for peace, had become a battlefield. Parliament demanded explanations for the bad information and police actions. Ministers faced a lot of questions because the operation, which was supposed to show strength, became a symbol of going too far. The trial showed that the suspects were not part of a big network, which made it seem even more like too much force was used. The raid started a big discussion about balancing safety and people's freedom. It showed how anti-terror operations can go wrong, causing harm and making communities feel angry. The event left a lasting mark on Dutch society. A warning story about the dangers in fighting terror. The scars, both physical and emotional, would not go away quickly. The Anti-Unistraat raid forced everyone to think hard. Dutch security services completely changed how they gather information, making sure it was accurate and checked multiple times. They changed their methods to focus on calming things down, being patient, and talking, not just using brute force. Authorities learned how important it was to be open and honest with the public. The government went from reacting in a panicked way to a more calm, fact-based approach. Fighting terrorism now includes preventing it, working with communities, and helping people get along. The worst anti-terror action in Dutch history became a reason for change. Its lasting impact, painful lessons, but a stronger, more resilient society.